Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Feels like the camera's a little bit bright. I'm looking a little bit pasty. We might have to fix that because I don't really like pasty Sheila. Let's turn down this brightness just a little. There we go. That's just a little slightly better. Got to have a little pretend tan. What is going on? Ads Factor, hello, good to see you. Doug, hello, my husband, good to see you. Let's see here. Let me change this up a little. Adrian Small, hi there. Oh, Lord Tenderloin, hello there. That's a great name, Lord Tenderloin. Hello. All right. Sorry, just putting some stuff on my lips so that they stay nice and smooth so we can just talk it up here today. What do you guys want to talk about? What's going on? I am so excited to be here. I love having these community live streams. Just like a little bit of like housekeeping stuff. I don't know if any of you saw the posts, but I did move my members off of YouTube, and they're on my website, SheilaHammond.com. I still kept my tip memberships on YouTube. So if you do contribute there, thank you so much. I do appreciate that a lot. But I moved over my members over to my website, and there's a group there, kind of like a Facebook group, but just for people who are members. And that's been really cool. We did our first live stream through there last night, and I used Zoom. So everybody was on and talking, and it was super fun. But people are sharing cat pics and doing posts, and it's really a whole community over on that section. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. But I just wanted to make that announcement just in case some of you were like, what the heck happened? Because some memberships did get canceled. So I tried my best to use posts as best as I could to make that information available to everybody, but you never know who sees it and who doesn't. Let's see. AJ Cone NY. I'm just going to call you AJ. Says, hello, Sheila. Just got back from a walk. It's hot outside. Where are you? It has been hot here too. I am in Colorado, and it has been quite warm here. I am pretty stoked because I am starting. I don't know how many of you watched yesterday's video, but I am starting to feel a lot better. And I did start like a little garden, just a baby garden in some like Home Depot buckets. We're doing cucumbers and zucchini, and then there's a raspberry plant. And so I've been feeling good, and we bought like a bird bath thing because it's been so hot that we were encouraged to, get a bird bath for the birds to provide them a little bit of water and a way to cool down. And I've had it for several weeks, and I've been really disappointed because I haven't noticed any birds coming. So I bought a bird feeder. Birds are coming. Birds love a bird feeder. And it's the weirdest thing. I'm having the most fun just sitting. And I got a little one that has like a little perch on it because I didn't want the big ones coming. But they just sit there and they just nibble. And before we came in here tonight, Doug and I were out there looking, and there was a bunch of them sitting underneath the bird feeder, just chilling, preening themselves, having a good little time. It's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. I never thought that would be me. I never thought that I'd be interested in looking at little birds. So yeah, I think I've like told you everything I was going to tell you for the live stream now. So I guess we're done. See you later. Yeah, that's like my big news. I got a bird feeder. Oh well. Oh, let's see. Donna Rigsby, hello. Invincible Summer, hello. Nice to see you. Hello, Stephanie. Lord Tenderloin says, signed up yesterday. The new site is looking good. Thank you so much. I have put so much work into that. Today, I posted the live stream that we did last night there, and that was a whole other debacle. So just learning how to make it work. The provider I use, Wix, has so much that we can do with these groups. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying that like every day. There's just a little something that comes by. Someone shares a picture or something. It's really cool. I can't wait to see the community grow over there, away from YouTube. AJ says, I'm in Nebraska. So you're kind of close to me, kind of close, sort of. Yeah, a little bit. Laura M says, what are your thoughts on AI? You may have said something in the past, but I'm just curious about your thoughts, ethics behind it, AI replacing employees, or any other thoughts you might have. Well, Laura's just jumping right in. So AI is starting to turn into a conversation like politics and religion, right? So you say your thoughts on AI and everybody just becomes completely either loses their minds or doesn't understand or whatever. But I'll give just a basics on that. So do I use AI? Yes. I use it to help me with my thumbnails. I cannot afford a designer, so I utilize AI for my thumbnails. I also utilize AI for research on my scripts if I need it. I don't often have to do research for my scripts. But I also utilize it for a lot of other things. So I do use it in my day-to-day life. I don't use it like Google. I have used it for, because I'm trying to get back into, my profession, my career. And so I've utilized it to see how it can make me more efficient at my job. And I've taught myself things about it because I don't think that it's obviously not going anywhere. And a lot of the arguments that I've heard about AI are a lot of the same arguments that I heard when the internet came out. A lot of ethics considerations, the data centers, that kind of thing. And the internet was the same way. They talked about the use of electricity and the ethics of the internet. So I feel like the arguments are very similar. And I feel like within a year, 2 years, those arguments aren't going to be there anymore. I just think it's new. Do I like a lot of the AI content that's being put out? No, I do not. I do not care for that AI slop. I think that faceless channels are amazing because I think it's a really great way for people who don't feel like they can put their face out on YouTube to utilize AI to help them with that. But I also feel that you've got a lot of channels and a lot of content being made where people just have AI generate a script and the video itself, and there's no original thought behind it. So I think that AI can be used for good. I also think it can be used for evil. My stepdaughter thinks AI is the devil. So, she's of a different generation than I am. So that's where I land with it. If I could afford a designer and, I utilize the tool that I use to edit my videos is called Descript. And that's also an AI editor. So the AI is like running behind the scenes to help me edit my script. So I don't have to know how to do editing like a real editor would. If I could afford to hire people to do those jobs for me, would I? Absolutely. But right now I cannot. So I utilize AI to help me do them. I hope that answers your question. I hope you guys didn't fall asleep. Half of you are like, oh God, no, Sheila, quit talking. So Laura, I hope that answers your question and I hope it didn't make you leave or dislike me. Oh goodness. Doug says they still haven't touched the bird bath though. I know they haven't. It's really sad. That's what I want to see. I want to see them in the bird bath taking their little bathy baths. Oh, Manhattan Rats. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you. Good to see you. I saw you join the group the other day. Good to see you. We missed you on the live stream yesterday, but maybe next time. Lonely in Truth. Diana, hello. Nice to see you. Chirp, chirp. Diane, Lonely in Truth she's a member. She was on the call last night. It was awesome. She loves Zoom. We did a Zoom call for her birthday last year. I believe it was last year. So that's awesome. Medina Jones, good to see you. Hope you and Doug and Posey had a great 4th of July. Sending you all lots of love and prayer from Illinois. We did have a good 4th of July. It was a good 4th of July because Posey didn't freak out. She's 9 now. She's 9. She's a big girl. But she didn't get freaked out with the fireworks this year. We kept the Golden Girls on pretty loud, but she was fine. And that, of course, made the 4th of July good for us. She wasn't all stressed out. Doug says, Nebraska's not far. I went for a ride on my Harley one day and found myself at the Nebraska state line. True story. True story. Sometimes I'm in Wyoming, he takes off in the morning. On the weekends, he goes for his motorcycle ride, which is really kind of nice. I'm glad he's still doing that. I had to sell my bike because money, and I wasn't really riding it enough to justify keeping it. So I did sell my motorcycle. I had a Harley Davidson as well. And I'm just really glad that he still continues to go for rides, even without me. And then I just lay in bed and play on my phone, which is one of my favorite pastimes. Right now, playing on my phone is doing research on gardening, because I've decided I'm going to be a gardener. That next season, I'm going to plant more stuff. I kind of dig it. I go out there every morning. It's on the side of the house over here. I go out there every morning and check them out and talk to them a little bit. And we have one zucchini that actually looks more like a baseball than it does a zucchini. It's growing very chunky and round. But I go check it every day and, tell her she's doing a good job. And then at night after dinner, we go out and water them. And it's just kind of old people nice, I guess, just kind of chill fun. It's something that I never thought that I'd be interested in doing. And now I'm like, yeah, I want to grow potatoes and carrots too. It's kind of fun, I guess. I don't know. Sounds silly, but I like it. Manhattan Rats, I know, personally identify as AAAI. AAAI. I exist solely on the internet. Now you guys know this. Yes, absolutely. Lord Tenderloin, in the new site, can you message another member directly? I know that is a functionality. I'm not sure that I've turned that on. You can tag them and put a thing in the discussion, but I'm not sure. I will write that down to see if you can. I'm kind of trying to be wary of people's privacy. So I don't know if I'm going to turn that on, but if you want to get in touch with someone, you could tag them in the discussion group, do the @ sign and then put their name, but I will look and see. What is that? Message another member. Okay. I will look that up. Thank you so much. ALIKAJ Aliki G 2777. Hi again, Sheila. I was a depressed pregnant lady. Oh my gosh, I remember you. That sometimes commented last year. I just wanted you to know that I now have a big, healthy 9-month-old baby boy, and we're both well. Thank you for your support. I am so glad to hear that you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here and checking in. Aw, I remember you. Yes, I do remember. You were going through it, man. You were going through it. I kept asking you, is this hormones or is this something else? And gosh, I hope you're feeling better now. It's really great that you're here. Thank you so much for checking in. I appreciate that. Manhattan Rat says, my take on AI and our future, it's already been all figured out by Isaac Asimov. His rules for robots have sorted through all these ethical scenes of 80 years on sci-fi. Laura says, thank you. I really appreciate it. ALIKJ says, Doug, thank you. Just in case you guys don't know, Doug is my husband. So he's in the bedroom right now on the tablet watching, or his phone. I'm not sure which. So that's why I'll kind of say things to him, just so you know. Lonely and True says, I love my Zoom birthday. Thank you. It was fun. It was fun. I was so nervous to do Zoom calls, but I actually really enjoyed last night. I thought it was fun. I was very nervous when we started because I feel like I have this responsibility to keep the conversation going and, make sure that someone doesn't, take over the conversation, or that we stay away from, I don't know, hot topics or whatever, but it was really good and really fun. And I think that I'm going to like the Zoom thing. Below the bubble butthole. Hi, Sheila. It's my first live with you. It's been a minute since I've been able to keep up with YouTube. I love your hair. My question is for us late 30 millennials. What is your advice for us? Advice about what? That is a really broad question. I think that my first thing that I would say to you is that you're not behind and you're doing just fine. How's that? You're not. You're doing just fine. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You're doing a good job. How's that? That would be my advice. Is that advice? Or is that like a motivational sticker? Either way, potato. Paul says, I never knew you were an introvert. Work social is so draining, even more as I get older. Yes, Paul, I am absolutely an introvert, a big one. When I finish these lives, I pass out very quickly when we're done. And the next day, I'm slightly hungover. It takes all of my energy to do this, right? It's the same with video making days. I do my videos once a week and my editing and stuff like that. Um, but that takes a lot of energy doing the social thing. Um, and so many people are like, oh, you just seem like you're such an extrovert. Well, extrovert is not your personality, right? It's how you recharge your batteries. So, as an introvert, I recharge my batteries by being alone and doing um, quiet activities, things that are normally in solitude or maybe with my husband. Sometimes, I've asked Doug if we could just turn off the TV and just sit in quiet. I just need to be in quiet for a little bit. That's that. Extroverts get their energy from other people. They love being in groups. It feeds their soul, right? That's the difference. It doesn't really have anything to do with what your personality is. It's how you recharge your batteries. That's my understanding anyway. I don't want to sound like an authority on the subject, but so long ago, I had talked about this in another one of my videos. So long ago, my therapist, I mean, like 15, 18 years ago, gave me a book called The Introvert Advantage. And that's where I learned that I was actually an introvert because I always wondered why my family was the way that they were. I was always the first to show up to things and the first to leave. And I always felt so broken because I'm from a family of extroverts. So yeah, that's a really good book if you are an introvert and you want to explore the power of introversion. Uh, AJ says, being a student majoring in, I just lost it because I scrolled. Being a student majoring in media production, I do see where AI shouldn't be in the creative area, but more in the scientific area, if that makes sense. It does. The major premise that I see for AI is that it makes duplicative tasks quicker. Right. So as a product manager, which is what I was, it can make my job easier. You still need a human to do it, but I can use AI to make it easier. I see a big trend right now on Instagram. Now, I'm not like a big Instagrammer, but a lot of people, I guess you can take like text and then it'll write a song. And I just find that so annoying. It's so annoying to me. Um, I know that AI is going to interrupt some creative pursuits. Uh, and I would like to see what happens with that. I see that there's going to be probably a lot of people that are going to try and make money off of it. But then I also see there's a part of it where people might actually go back to doing arts and crafts just because they want to be creative without their computers, if that makes sense. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Dragon Moon. Hey, hello. Good to see you. How goes the job hunt? Any updates or just focusing your energy elsewhere? I spend maybe a half hour, 45 minutes every day sending out resumes still. No nibbles, no nothing. Um, I did go through, this was months ago, I believe. I went through like several interviews with the company, but they told me the whole time that they were probably going to hire internally. But I kept doing the interviews just because I felt like I wanted the practice because I was so rusty. Um, so yeah, there's nothing on that front, but I am starting to do other things. I am starting to, oh, by the way, if you haven't done so already, if you could go ahead and like the live stream, because then it might get pushed out to more people and we can have some more people in here tonight. But I lost my train of thought. Choo choo. What was I saying? I was saying something about, what did you say? Oh, job hunt. Oh, yeah, workshop. So I've got a workshop that's coming up at the end of the month. So I'm trying to do some like other things to kind of increase my revenue that aren't just YouTube channel. So I've got a workshop coming up about being stuck. That will launch to members only first, and members get 10% off of that if you're a member and you sign up. And that I'm limiting to only 8 people, and it's going to be about $125. I'm not going to do the workshops that are like $5,000 because I just think those are obscene. I mean, maybe someday when I'm like, Brene Brown famous, then I might do a workshop for 5,000. But for right now, I'm going to keep them in the 1 to 300 range. This is just a 90-minute workshop thing. So I'm not charging a lot of money because I want people to be able to come. That's my feeling on that. Paul says it sounds peaceful. Are you talking about my little garden? Invincible Summer says a garden is really where it's all at. It's totally amazing how simple it is, but the I don't know ROI is pretty impressive. It's fun and it helps. Well, Invincible Summer is actually kind of the one that really gave me the final nail in the garden coffin, if so to speak. She made a little video for me and put it on her channel about gardening and how she liked it and just other thoughts of hers. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So that was the final push I needed. I've been thinking about it for forever, but I was just nervous to have to give my attention to something other than my family and myself because, I've been on the struggle bus as of late. So to have that additional thing to care for, it seemed very overwhelming sometimes, but it's fun and I'm really liking it. I can't wait for my zucchini. I'm going to make like a zucchini muffin because it's little. Just make a zucchini muffin for Doug and I to split. Joe says, just want to check in and say hi, but gotta go. It's way past my bedtime for a school night here in the UK. Keep up the great channel. Joe, you're probably gone already. I'm so sorry that I missed you, but thank you so much for coming and checking in. I know that this time frame is a little bit weird for the people that aren't in the US, and I apologize about that. I wish there was an easier way to do it. You guys are saying hello to everybody. Kelly Cox is here. You guys are so awesome. So Kelly is also a member along with Diana and Manhattan Rats, but so many of you were at the live stream last night and then you're coming again tonight. It's like, I feel so special. And I also feel a little good because I'm not as annoying as I think I am. It's like, if you can handle me 2 days in a row, rock on, rock on. But nice to see you, Kelly. You're not late. You're just on time. Paul says he's the same way. See, this is what happens with the comments because I get behind on them. And so I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'm glad that we're the same on something. I'll say that. Manhattan Rat says up, hit the like button for Sheila. Thank you. Yeah, I always forget to ask, but I hear that it makes a big difference. So let's do it. AJ says, I heard you need a thumbnail designer, perhaps. I have no money, which is why I utilize AI. I don't have money for a designer. And doing thumbnails takes forever because it's not even just the design of the thumbnail, it's the concept of the thumbnail. What is it that I can put on the thumbnail about a video about my depression feeling better that will make people want to click on it and will let people know that that's kind of what the video is about. Because I really hate those video packaging. The packaging is the thumbnail and the title. And the thumbnail says something like, it happened. And then the title says, we need to talk. It's like, well, what the hell is this about? I don't even know if I want to watch it. And I know that gets a lot of people to click, but I just think it's really misleading. So I try to make my thumbnail and my title work together to actually say what the video is about so people can decide if they want to watch it or not. Maybe that's why I don't have 10,000 million followers. I don't know, but that's just the way that I kind of prefer to do it. You guys are talking to each other. Light over the bridge. It's so good to see you, Emma. Yes, the vibe in here is always awesome. I hope that, and I think that you saw my comment that I put on your video. I don't want to bring it up in here just in case you don't really want the masses to know about it, but Light Over the Bridge, Emma has her own channel where she talks about being with someone who was a narcissist. I believe that was your channel. And she made a little short. And I don't often comment on videos. I'll do a like or whatever. But I was really moved to tell her that what she was saying in the video was very wrong. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, it moved me to say something because that is not, it wasn't good. So yes, I hope you saw that. And I hope that, I meant that with love and kindness. I'm sure that you did know that or you wouldn't be here right now. Oh, let's see. Beelzebubble butthole. I think that's right. Beelzebubble butthole. That's both advice and a motivational sticker, but thank you either way. I guess I was kind of vague question. I'm starting over at 37. So I guess I should have asked for those like myself. My answer would still be the same. Starting over at 37, you still got time. You still got time. You're not behind, right? You're not. You're just not. Starting over at 55, I'm not behind. It feels that way. talking with Doug always keeps the faith. Doug always knows. He knows that something great is going to happen. He knows that I'm helping people. He knows all the things that I forget. And I would have to say that with you, that what you're going through is freaking probably hard as damn it. And it's probably hard to get out of bed, and you don't know what you want to be when you grow up and you feel stuck. And that's a lot of what I have been not researching. It's not a research thing. It's more of a kind of looking at myself in depth about this whole stuck phenomenon. There's a lot of videos out there about getting unstuck, and it all centers that I've seen around motivation, right? You just don't have the motivation. And I don't think that that's it. For me, being stuck is because for me, I have these rules that are playing in my brain that don't apply anymore. It's the rules from 2 years ago. It's the rules from high school. It's the rules from college. And they're still playing in my brain sometimes because they worked in the past. And so I expect that they should be working right now, but they don't, right? And no one ever stops to say, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish? And maybe it's just not who I am anymore because that rule doesn't apply. I hope that makes sense. So right now, at 37, you're playing some old rules in your head, and maybe those are making you feel stuck. So I would just say that if you feel stuck, look at that. Look at what rules you're trying to play that don't work anymore. Oh, and then sign up for my workshop at the end of the month. Because this is exactly what we're going to talk about. Deport Racist is here. Hello. No way I'm catching Posey on a Friday Eve. No, this is Thursday. Deport Racist, it's Thursday, my love. But maybe it's Friday where you're at. I don't even know where you're at. And yes, Posey's here. Hey, Posey. Posey. Posey, look at me. Hey, there she is. There she is. Do you want kisses? She puts her ears down because that's no, Mom. I do not want kisses. No. Kelly says, but it's Thursday. Kelly, Deport Races. Introverts unite separately in your own homes. Absolutely. That's a bumper sticker I used to have. AJ says, I'm in the same boat of job searching right now. It is hard. And what's really hard about job searching, yes, it's difficult because no one's writing back. A lot of ghost jobs, all of the things that are horrible about job searching. But then there's the whole aspect where I'm just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to fake corporate anymore. So there's that as well. And that's why I'm starting to explore other avenues to hopefully make a little bit of money. And like I said, I'm super stoked about the workshop. It's pretty much done. I'm doing a lot of refining, but it's very interactive. So there's like polls and questions where we can talk. And like I said, I'm only keeping it to like 8 people. So it's not going to be this massive thing. So I'm really, really excited about it. I hope that when it comes out, you guys will be interested and at least ask some questions or take a look at it. Doug is laughing, not sure at what, because I'm behind on my comments. Mark says, hello, been a long time since I caught a live. Nice to see you, Mark. Thank you so much for always showing up in the comments. I do appreciate that. Heavenly Me says, hello, beautiful people. They're talking about me. They can't see you. Oh, goodness. Deport Racist says, bummer. I hope the luck changes on your job hunt. It's part of me does too, but part of me doesn't. But part of me does. We need money. We need money. Makes the world go round. Kelly says, speaking of gardens, I need to go water my flower boxes. It hit 90 again here today, so they're melting. Yes, we water ours in the evening after dinner, but the last couple nights we forgot. And like 8 o'clock, we're like, oh crap, we didn't water the flowers. Donna Rigsby says, what kind of jobs are you looking for? So I'm applying for jobs, product owner, product manager, and business analyst. So those are the things that I've been doing for like 30 years. I've also applied at places like Costco and Lowe's and places like that where I would actually have to leave the house to go to work, which I really don't want to do. But those I've applied for part-time positions, and those aren't even hiring. Because of course I don't have experience in retail. I did when I was in high school, but I haven't done retail since then. So it's just not a really good market right now. It's not a really good market. Thank you for your question, Donna. Kelly says, you are special, Sheila. An hour each for 2 nights in a row is no biggie. That is a biggie. That's hours of your time. I love that. And I love that you're here, Kelly. Thank you so much. Stephanie says, I agree with Kelly. Thank you, Stephanie. You guys are like so nice to me. You know, it's probably TMI, but I had therapy today. And that was one of the things that I brought up to discuss with her, that it's always been so hard for me to accept kindness and to accept that people like me. I tease Doug sometimes that he's just had one too many concussions as a child. And, that's why he loves me the way that he does. And we were talking about it, how lately, I would say over the last maybe 3 to 4 weeks max, I'm starting to actually take that in and feel it and believe it. And there's just been this huge shift in my brain since TMS, a really big shift. And it's been lovely. It's been lovely. So, yeah, it feels good to feel good. Feels good to feel good. Kelly says, I strongly dislike clickbait. It has the opposite effect on me. Yeah, you're talking about the ones where people are like, where it's like, we need to talk and it doesn't say anything about it. Yeah, those annoy me too. And I don't read them, even though it does make me kind of go, I wonder what they're talking about. But then I get mad because I'm like, I don't want to waste my time figuring out what that is. AJ's going to go make some food. We had dinner before tonight. Usually we don't have dinner before the live stream. But we did because I made dinner early today. Cause I was like, we're having chicken enchiladas, which is our favorite, but I was like, okay, we'll make chicken enchiladas. I'll put it in the fridge. And then after the live stream, we can just heat it up and it'll be easy. But then after I cooked them all day, I'm like, I really want to eat now. They smell so good now. So it kind of backfired on me to be, plan ahead. Yeah. So much talking. Kelly says, I just started over at 60. Age is just a number. Yes. Kelly, if I can share just a little bit, Kelly just got a new job. Now, she was laid off around the same time that I was laid off from a very, very toxic job. And she landed this job. It took a long time for her to get this job, but she actually loves it. She loves her job. And so to love your job at 60, I think is a beautiful, wonderful thing. So I love hearing stories like that are realistic, because if it could happen to Kelly, why can't it happen to one of us? Why can't it happen to all of us, right? That we find some place that we love. So Donna says, once you get hired, what will you do with the channel, website, and membership? Nothing. So this to me is my job. This is what I would like to do. This is what I can see myself doing for the next 20 years. Absolutely. If I get a job, it will just be work. And I think that that's a good thing, because it will keep me in that mindset of this is just a financial transaction, right? I am here. You're using my brain from 8 to 5. And then after that, it's my brain and I get to do what I want with it. So I don't foresee that changing. My release schedule of videos might change. Like I may not be able to get one done a week because I spend so much time on my scripts. I'm really working on my mantra, which is good enough is good enough, because I spend so much time. Like the last 2 videos I've done, when I went to record, I didn't like my script. So I ended up rewriting the whole thing and it's just been a mess. It's just been a mess. But Donna, I don't foresee this going away. I don't want it to go away. It's not my goal at all. Donna says, I love that Doug is your cheerleader. He really is. He really is my biggest cheerleader. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, you guys are sending little gifts. Invincible Summer sent a little sunshine. That's nice. Kelly, I think I saw you send something, but it went away. Sorry, I wasn't fast. Let's go down. I'm going to scroll and it's going to move really, really fast. Rhonda, hello, Sheila and everybody. This is my first live with you. Well, hello, Rhonda. Basically, all we do is you guys just kind of ask questions and I sit here and babble and then laugh at my own jokes. I've been getting a lot of comments lately that people say my laugh in my videos is fawning or nervous laughter. I'm like, no, I'm just my own laugh track. I don't understand why people don't get that. It's just my own laugh track. Someone made a comment about about my laugh, and they're like, I think that, if you want my opinion, which I didn't, but you want my opinion and you should do this, this, and this. And someone just fired something off, and it was like the best response. They're like, she doesn't have to do what you want her to do. I don't know what she said, but it was really cool. And that's really kind of it, is that I'm not laughing for any other reason than I think that I'm funny. That's it. I'm my own laugh track. It really isn't deeper than that. Stephanie's welcoming Rhonda. Welcome to the club, Rhonda. Stephanie says, I'm definitely signing up for the workshop. Good. Stephanie, if I'm not mistaken, you're a member. So that will launch a week before. It will for everybody else. And then you'll also get 10% off. And if the 10% off doesn't happen, let me know, because of course this is all built into the back end of this website. So yeah, I don't even know. You know who's not here? I haven't seen Diana check in for a second. I know she was here. There she is, Lonely in Truth. Where's Radar? Where's Radar? That's my question. I know, Diana, that you have her number. I don't know if you want to send her a quick text, but yeah. Oh, but she's not obligated to be here. This isn't a members live stream. I'm just curious. Doug is welcoming Rhonda. Lonely in Truth says Friday Eve is fun to say it that way. Friday Eve. I get it now. Friday Eve. It is Friday Eve. God, what a dummy I was with that. Yes, that's what Deport Racist was saying. Rhonda Barlow says, if the old rules don't apply, how do you know what rules do apply? Do the same changed rules apply to everyone? I would say no on that, Rhonda. This is something that we will talk about in the workshop. Basically how to recognize what old rules are playing in your head and what to do about that. But no, of course, the same change rules don't apply to everyone, because we're not all the same. A lot of people get laid off in their 50s like I did, but a lot of people don't. Right. So I still play a lot of those old corporate rules in my head. And I still, I evaluate my new life based upon what was successful in my old one. And those are two completely different things, right? One is corporate and one is content creation and helping people. Completely different things. Let's see. Stephanie says Diana's in the house. She's here. Oh, and you guys are welcoming Rhonda. I love that. Thank you guys so much. That's so sweet. Yeah, God, I love this community. God, you guys are just all a bunch of pumpkins. Love you. Deport Racist says, yes, the rules we grew up with can linger long after they've outlived their usefulness. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't, and that's where I think getting stuck comes from. I don't think it's a matter of lack of motivation. I have a ton of motivation, right? I'm very motivated. I'm stuck for other reasons. So, I got into this Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins kind of rabbit hole I went down, and because they talk a lot about being stuck. And I just couldn't relate to it. I couldn't relate to it because I have the motivation. So that's just my 2 cents. Let's see. Amy says, as a transgender elderly woman, any suggestions on how not to get super depressed about the current situation in the United States? I have had some very dark days. Amy, so my stepdaughter is transgender, and we talk with her every week. She doesn't live in this state, so we talk over Zoom every week with her and her wife. And she also is feeling a lot as well. And I have said to her, and my advice didn't resonate. So she's younger. I think she's in her 30s, right, Doug? It's Doug's daughter. To stop watching the news, but she made me see things a different way, because she's like, I have to watch the news because so much is going on. Oh, and she was in the service. She was in the Air Force. So there was even that additional layer put on. And she had to watch the news because she had to know what was going on with her community and with her country. But if you can cut down on your news, or at least maybe there's I get a lot of email news to me, so that way I can scan it and choose what I want to read. So maybe try to find more unbiased sources on what's going on, and just know that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just sometimes the rest of us need a little bit of time to catch up, right? It I'm trying to say this in a way that there's no I don't know. there's nothing that you can do to change who you are, and you shouldn't even have that on the table as something that you need to do. Just keep up hope. I don't know. I don't know what else to say without sounding like a freaking motivational poster. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And you probably have had some dark days because you're being judged for who you are. And that's really hard. But surround yourself with people who know better, right? That's, I guess, I don't know, Doug, if you have anything to chime in on, feel free to do that as well for Amy. But thank you for sharing that with us. And what is elderly? I really like to know people's definitions of elderly, because I think of elderly like as 90. And that's probably not elderly. Oh, let's see. Kelly is sending Amy hugs. Light over the bridge. Emma says, speaking of abuse, I would love to hear you talk about toxic coworkers or bullies at work, bosses who take glory for your work. Now, I know that those exist, but I have not ever experienced that. I was never bullied in that traditional sense at work. Toxic relationships, yes, but not on the work front. But I think that's a really good topic idea, Emma. Thank you for that. Muriel McGregor's in the house. Don't surrender all your joy for an idea you used to have about yourself that isn't true anymore. Yes, that's it. That's it. And I do that. And I think a lot of us do that constantly. Yeah. I'm holding on to the old ideals. I'm holding on to the old idea of what I thought successful was. Right. Every single day when I read the comments, there's somebody in the comments that said, oh my gosh, you said this in a way that I never thought about it before. That's exactly why I'm doing this. But yet I still look at that and go, yeah, but that's just one person. I mean, when I was in corporate, I used to blah, 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 right? So I'm still comparing success to that old version. And that's been a mind shift daily. It's a mind shift. But yes, I love that quote, Muriel. Thank you. Mark said the same thing I did. I can only think to watch or listen to the news. But I get it. There's so much going on with that issue. It's really hard not to watch. But the one that I get every morning, and of course, I'm not going to be able to find it because I probably deleted it this morning, but there's like this, it's called 1440 Daily Digest. That's what it is. 1440 Daily Digest. And it basically does a daily digest of the news. And then I can just kind of skim through it and see if there's anything that I am interested in. If I don't, then I just delete it. And it's, whatever, non-biased, non-partisan, whatever that is. And usually it's not even something political. And usually they actually even have something in there that's good news from around the world, which I love. Give me some freaking good news. That would be nice. So like the one for Tuesday, this is a little bit old, but it was NATO and Turkey, running of the bulls, and girl dad superpower. So I looked at girl dad superpower and I was like, well, what's that? Right? So 1440 news might be something to look at there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Kelly agrees with Mark. Oh, you guys, I know I'm so behind. Kelly sent sunshine. Thank you so much. That was sweet. I got that. Oh, Mark is supposed to read Marka. Oh, it's Marka. Honey, I'm sorry. Marka Oslo. Okay, Marka. You're female, not a male. Sorry. Mark. Marka. Look at me. Gosh, I can't even. Hi, honey. Hey, sweetie. That's my go-to now. I forget people's names all the time and I just call them something like that. Marka. I'm sorry. I will work on that. Invincible Summer sent me some sunshine. Thank you so much. I know that was a while ago. I just am behind on the comments, so please forgive me. Deport Racist says no one is behind it. It's a figment of capitalism. Stay strong, everyone. It is. And I get what you're saying. I even take it even just a little bit more niched, right? Which is capitalism, but it's the whole wellness culture, which I think has become so toxic. It's like, if you're not, Ricky Bobby said this, on, what the frick was that movie? Ricky Bobby on I can't remember the name of the show. Doug will tell me, but he says, if you're not first, you're last. And that's like what everything being sold to us is. You got to be first or you're not making a difference. And I think starting over in my 50s, I'm really glad it happened. I'm really glad that I recognized that the person that I was for most of my life wasn't real, and I was evaluating myself based upon false bars, false ideals. It just wasn't real. And I'm so glad that even though I'm late to the party, I'm so glad that I got to have that realization. I think. Yeah. Hope that made sense. Marcus says, it giggles. What's giggles? I'm sorry, I'm behind. But I got Marca. So, hey, bonus points for Sheila. You guys are talking to each other. Boom, boom, boom. Marcus says, I am funny, but looks aren't everything. Doug says that to me. Kelly says, I haven't seen Radar tonight. And I haven't either. I was just, I did speak with her over email this morning. And of course, this is a community live stream, not a members one. So I just, yeah. Beba. Oh, Biba. I know you told me how to say your name too. And I think you said it was Biba, like Reba. I'm just going to go with it. Biba Brooks. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. My 2 cents worth is I love your laugh. It makes me laugh inside. You have a fun personality. Thank you. I do laugh at my own jokes, and maybe that annoys some people, and I can see where it would. I really can see that. But so when I did this week's video, the recording was just way off, and my mic cut out halfway through, and I had to re-record, and I was just exhausted. And so I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what some other creators do, and just kind of be, kind of straight-laced and just kind of, talk and not try to be me. And it did not work. Not laughing after a joke just seemed weird. It seemed really weird to me. I just couldn't do it. It was like I would say something funny and then be like, It just didn't work. It's not me. So I can understand where it might get annoying. I'm cognizant of it. Deport Racist says, keeping up with yoga so I can be a stripper at senior centers when I retire. Oh my God. That's a whole revenue stream that I didn't think of. Holy cow. Selling my feet, yes, but being an elderly stripper, come on. Totally could do that. I'm flexible. I wouldn't be able to really whip my head, though. Maybe that would be part of my act. I would whip my head and my wig would fly off. And I would use like cheap wigs, like the $5 ones you can get on Temu or something like that. And that could be like the elderly person's prize. Like it was like, we got to go see Sheila strip. I might get her wig tonight. That would be it. I took that on a little tangent, didn't I? Okay, coming back into the room. Oh, goodness. I love it. I do Pilates to Port Races. I actually started going down into my Pilates studio again this week, and I haven't done that for probably well over a year. Mostly because I can't move my right arm very good anymore, so I've been doing a lot of stretches. Stephanie says, yes, I'm a member and I couldn't make my audio. That's right. You couldn't make your audio work. That's right. But we could hear you at the end, so that was cool. Scrolling. Lonely and True says, you said the script can edit your video on its own. Oh, no. I don't know if it edits it on its own. Does it do it on its own? I don't do it on its own. The way I use Descript is there's the transcript of your video. So it does words, and then you can just delete words that you don't want, and then move things around if something is a better way. I didn't know it had an auto feature. You'll have to tell me about that, Diana. Let me know how that works. Beelzebubble butthole. I love your laugh. It's contagious. It's one of the reasons why I love your videos so much. I actually subscribe because of your ability to laugh at so many of your relatable life experiences. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. There's 2 kinds of people in this world. You either love it or you hate it. You guys are talking to each other. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the ones where you guys talk to each other. Doug was talking to Stephanie. Okay. C Puff just joining in. Good evening. Hello. Good evening to you, C Puff. Welcome. Marcus says, get actual news. Don't just watch the news. Doug says Tavi is 27. Oh, so she's not even in her 30s. She's in her 20s still. That's way back to when we were talking about the transgender news issue. Medina says, I've always been introverted. Even now, people always tell me I should be more outgoing. I don't mind time with my family and friends, but I still prefer time to myself and to have peace. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Medina. There's a lot of power in that, I think. Just like there's a lot of power in extroversion. You can use your powers for good, not evil. Okay. Amy got some love. Invincible Summer says, Doug and Sheila, we have so much in common. And Amy hugs, know that you're a love. God, this community just freaking blows my mind. Blows my mind. I love you all so very much. Amy says, I'm a veteran, retired law enforcement, and volunteered as a firefighter, EMT. I'm 60 years old and about 80% bedridden. I'm sorry, with MECFS and live alone. I don't know what MECFS is. MECFS. Oh my gosh. Oh, say chronic fatigue, but myalgic encephalomitis, and then chronic fatigue syndrome. I am so sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that, but I'm really glad that you're here. I hope that you're getting a giggle in. I really, really do. And I'm sorry that you feel, well, I hope you don't feel alone, even though you live alone. I was reading into that. My apologies, but gosh, I'm sorry. See, it's just, I wish that I could help the world. I really do. I wish that I lived down the street from you and I could come over and bring you a zucchini because I'm a gardener now, right? I really do. But thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me at least be a part of your life. Thank you. Amy's thanking people. KB says, hi, Sheila. I always thought your references to Chad were due to a toxic coworker. No, my references to Chad were due to a toxic landscape person. The guy that we hired to do our landscape when we bought this house. This house was a new build when we got it, so it was just dirt. And we had to hire someone to come do our landscaping, and it was like the worst human being ever. And his name was Chad. And then, so yeah, that just kind of stuck. Now, I've had toxic coworkers before. I just haven't dealt with bullies. That's a whole different kind of toxicity. Unless, I don't know, unless one of my direct reports, Doug, you might remember that direct report that I had. I don't want to say his name, but for a while he was kind of a bully, and then I put him on a PIP, and then he stopped being a bully, and it kind of changed his life because he didn't, I just kind of, when I did his PIP, I kind of put a mirror up to him and said, this is what you're doing. And I don't think he realized that's what he was doing. And like, he totally changed. And he even like, I believe he either wanted to, or he talked to Doug to apologize to him for the way that he had been treating me. I think he was afraid Doug would come kick his butt. And Doug probably would have if they ever met in a dark alley. But thank you for that comment, KB. Marcus says 1440 news. I'll look it up. Lonely and True says, love you, Sheila. Gotta go. Long day. All is good. Good. I may be back if you're still here. Hugs. Bye, Diana. You're probably gone, but bye. Jan says, I'm late. Hi, Sheila and chat. Hello, Jan. Good to see you. Talladega Nights. Thank you. That's the Ricky Bobby reference. If you're not first, you're last. Oh, the chairman is here. Gosh, every single time, chairman, every single time. I think some of you heard the story, but I'm not sure. But the chairman 45 was actually my dad's username on AOL for the longest time. My dad passed away like 10 years ago. But every time I see the chairman come in, I just immediately get that flash to my dad. And I'm like, is my dad here? No. Chairman is talking to Medina Jones. No one ever tells the outgoing to be less so. Oh, yeah, they do. They do. Take it down a notch, please. Take it down a notch. They do. But the people that are extroverted and outgoing in that way, they just go, oh, you, right? They just can laugh it off. But if you tell someone who is shy and introverted that they need to be more outgoing, they're like, oh my God, I guess I should. Maybe I should. They don't like me. Who else doesn't like me? What was she saying about me? Oh my God, they're laughing across the street. Are they laughing at me? Right? We take everything in. You guys talking to each other. I freaking love you. Deport Racist is talking to Amy. I freaking love it. Marcus says, I'm not the least bit offended about my name. I'm more sad that we couldn't get bobbleheads. No. Now we're going to be starting on this whole thing of bobbleheads. Oh, wait. Kelly sent gift memberships. Oh my gosh, these memberships that people received. Oh no, wait, Kelly, we're not doing memberships over here anymore. These must be are these the just a tip memberships? Is that what happened there, Kelly? You got to tell me. Because I closed down the other memberships. These are the just the tip ones. But thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Kelly, you're awesome. Mwah, love you so much. So Biba got one. NGOC Nyok Tran got one. And Biba like Reba, gosh, I'm really behind. Lisa got one. Kim, Mad Here Reacts. And by the way, I looked with these memberships. I just want to put your mind at ease that if you don't renew the membership, it's not going to like charge you or anything. So just on Kelly's point and the people that received the membership. Meow Meow got it. Joy Rice got it. The Ashley May and Avis Theory got one. So thank you, Kelly. That was really sweet. Those are so fun. Thank you. I parched. Beelzebub Butthole says, but Sheila, if you can't laugh at your own jokes, then why should anyone? You got to take yourself as seriously as others might. You're doing amazeballs. Thank you. Keep laughing and I love it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to change that right now. I'm just not. The chairman says the only person you can be is yourself. Absolutely true. You know, the thing is, though, is I learned that way too late because I really, really spent a lot of my life trying to be somebody else, trying to be the person that I thought that I should be. So being in your late 40s, early 50s, I think is probably when things start really freeing up. Zesty Girl says, hey, Sheila, happy Friday. It's working. You're working. It's Friday there. I'm here, so I can't stay, but sending hugs and, oh, wow, your microphone. Love, love, love. You love my microphone? It's mine. It's mine. You cannot have it. My microphone is just like a really inexpensive, it's called Blue something. Blue microphone. It's Blue Yeti is what it's called. Blue Yeti. I bought it when I first started doing this. Because my laugh did not translate into with a lot of the other microphones, and this one my laugh did translate. So that's why I kept it, and I think it sounds just fine. It's really an inexpensive mic, so if you want, a mic, then there you go. But hi, Zesty Girl. Hi. Thank you for checking in. That makes me happy. Deport Racist says, oh my God, Loose Week is a prize, right? Can you see it? Can you kind of envision that you're doing the thing like this, right? And you're flopping and it flops off. And then, some elderly 90-year-old gentleman with his belt up to his breast goes, I got it. I have this whole thing already played out in my mind. And it's just a little $4 Temu wig, right? So it's okay. It's okay. It'll go good. Let's see. Medina says, the chairman, thanks for your commitment. What is chairman committed to? Sorry. I need to just stop reading the ones where you guys are talking to each other because I'm behind. I don't even know how behind I really am. Oh, pretty freaking behind. Boop, boop, boop. Red Sonia says, I'm so confused. I thought there were no more live streams. So there are the community live streams, the one that we do once a month. For everybody, those aren't going away. I've moved all of the members' live streams over to my website, and we do those on Zoom. So all the member stuff is over there, and there's a whole community that's built out on SheilaHammond.com. I know that's probably was confusing, and I'm sorry that you were confused, Red Sonia. But no, once a month we will still have these live streams. We've done these since I started, and I love them. I love doing live streams. If I could there's a guy that has that's all he does on his channel or just live streams. It's so nice because you can just have a big old ball and just have so much fun, and everybody's talking, and you don't have to edit anything, and I don't need a thumbnail or a title. Just get to push out there and but I am kind of dorky. We're moving on. Doug says, I'm still pushing for the bobbleheads. He is, and he'll probably get his way someday. Let's see. Thank you for answering her, Doug. Amy says, your smile and laughing helps. Thank you. I could pretty much make a joke out of anything, and normally they would be inappropriate. And I'm okay with that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Amy was a whistleblower, so she understands about bullies. Billy says, you look so pretty. Thank you so much. It's Amelia Maywig. She really does the job. She's working it. She's working it. I love her. I get a lot of comments about my wig, and I love it. People are like, where did you get it? What kind is it? I really like it. It's so nice just to be able to talk about it and not have to pretend that this is my real hair. You know what I mean? It's just nice that I've been able to be honest with everyone, and people are just like, oh yeah, that's cool. Cool. So what kind of brand is it? You know, I might get one for my wife, you know, or whatever. It's just kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And I only wear it, you know, when we leave the house. I don't wear it when I'm home, except when I'm making videos. Um, and so it just stays on its rack. And Doug actually, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but we bought clippers, and Doug and I have been cutting each other's hair. And so my hair, I actually just shave it off. It's level 1. If you know that on a clipper, it's level 1 all the way around. But yeah, we did that. And then he's a level 1 on the sides and a level 3, I believe, on the top. And so I actually did it, and I even gave him a little bit of a fade. Yep. It's probably time for a haircut weekend again. And it was really fun. I think, honestly, that's probably one of the most intimate things that I've ever done with someone, is to have him shave my head like that. Because it was when my hair was still short and white that I needed to get it cut. And my lady that cuts my hair is on maternity leave. And I was just like, you know what? Why bother? Why get my hair cut and spend, $50 on a haircut when I wear a wig all the time? So let's just shave it off. And it was pretty fun. So yeah, we did it. We did it. I was just thinking maybe I'll make a video of it and post it. No, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Oh, goodness. But thank you, Billy. Thank you. Deport Racist says, okay, time to wrap it up and get my coloring book time in. Oh, I love that. Love that. Glad that you were here. Thank you. Stella says, I had no idea you did live streams. Hope to catch the whole thing next time. Yeah, I do. Once a month, we do a live stream. So it's normally around the same day. It's always on a Thursday. We do a live stream, and I try really, really hard to get it out like the week before. And then I'll do like a post about it saying, hey, I put the live stream out there. So I try really hard to communicate. It's just so hard to communicate with people on YouTube. But I do my best. Medina says, your laugh is infection. You definitely missed. Oh, not infection. Your laugh is an infection. Ew. It's pussy. It's oozing. You definitely lift my mood. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, you guys are awesome. Doug says, trying to be anyone other than yourself is just too much work. Absolutely right, honey. Kelly says, new members, you'll want to move over to the new membership on Sheila's website instead of renewing the YouTube membership, because I didn't think about that at all. See, I think because I've already gotten rid of the deep end membership, right? I think that what probably just happened is you probably gave people just the tip, which is like the 99-cent membership. And there's also a $2.99 membership. And that's just, if you want to support the channel kind of thing, and you don't really necessarily want the community aspect of it. The website one is where the community is. So you'll have to check that, Kelly. I'm not sure how that worked. Marcus says, I was only anyone else. I didn't know who myself was. Yes. Yes. When you try to be someone else, you never know who you are. And that's what I think that I'm going through right now. And that's why I'm kind of sharing that with all of you, is that I have for so long tried to be something else that, like, I didn't even know the basics. Like, what do you want? That question gives me so much angst and anxiety. Billy says, you're okay. Take your time. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Stella says, your videos have helped me so much. I'm a teacher and cannot wait to leave in 4 to 8 years. You give me hope for what is yet to come. I do? That's awesome. Because sometimes I feel like I'm hope-a-lacking. I'm lacking in the hope department. Actually, that's not true. I think that if I have anything, I have hope. I lost it there for a while, but it's back. And I do have hope. Like I said, Doug and I have even talked about it, that I'm like, I think our luck is changing. I think that things are flipping around, and that feels really good. So, and I hope this doesn't sound condescending, and it made my heart flutter a little bit that I was going to say this, but if you're in it and you're in that area of depression and you're not feeling well, you have to to know that, like I said in my video, I'm just repeating myself a little bit, but I put in a lot of work to get here. And if I would have stopped doing the work a few months ago, and did what I thought I was going to do, I wouldn't be here tonight for this conversation. I wouldn't be feeling the way that I'm feeling now. There's always a corner. Sometimes it just takes a really long time to get to that corner, but it's there. And I hope that makes sense. And I hope it didn't sound condescending or rah-rah, but looking back at where I was just even in March, I didn't see this future for myself. I didn't see this fun conversation where I'm laughing and we're talking about being an elderly stripper and, and I'm so glad I'm here for it. So glad I'm here for it. So if you're there, it hurts and I get it, but there's a corner somewhere. It might be a little corner, might be just a baby corner, might not even be a corner. It just might be a yield sign that takes you off into a different place, but makes you feel just a little bit better. Take it. Hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm venturing into, rah-rah territory, which I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say that, gosh, there is more. There is more. So I'll stop now because I'll get all emotional. Badita Jones says, I love zucchini, Sheila, and you definitely are helping the world in your own way. Yes, my own little corner of the world. Absolutely. I love zucchini too, and I make Doug eat it. I don't think he loves it, but you can always tell his least favorite thing on a plate of food because his least favorite thing will be the thing that he eats first. Awesome. Matt Awesome says it's a nice wig. Thank you. Thank you so much. I went to a little boutique and it was fun to pick it out. And this is what my hair pretty much looked like before I lost it all. Thank you for your service, Stella Blue. That's nice. Yeah, we got to say that to teachers nowadays for sure. Beelzebubble butthole, but who doesn't love a dirty joke? I mean, my username is literally a dirty gay spin on Demon Kings. So I don't know what Demon Kings are, and I'm scared to Google it. I don't want to mess up my algorithm too badly. And a lot of people don't love a dirty joke. I get people getting upset because I say damn. Oh, well, I'm not your people. I'm not your people then. Amy says, with my illness, I've become an energy expert. Ooh. And the more you can listen to what your body and nervous system needs, the better off you'll be. Wise words, my friend. Wise words. By the way, you're not elderly at 60. Let's not do that. Okay. I meant to tell you that earlier. Let's not do elderly at 60. Elderly is like 85 and up. We'll go with that. But yes, I was becoming towards like in March and in April. Yeah. In April, I was becoming a little bit more of an energy expert. And I still am working on that now, right? Even though I feel good, I still need to remember to be active in my mental health and still do my coping things and still do my exercises that keep me present, right? And one of the big things, and I talked about this in the last video, is to remember that a bad hour doesn't mean that it's coming back, right? It doesn't mean it's a relapse. So you still have to keep working even when you're feeling good. Still got to keep working. Guys are talking to each other. Beelzebub Butthole says, I want this laugh a lot infection like I needed it today. It's been tough. Oh, you had a crappy day? Sorry. The reason why it takes me so long sometimes is I'm behind on the comments. And then when I scroll, it jumps. And I really like to try to read everyone's comment that's kind of directed towards me or the group. When you're talking to each other, I skip over it. But I love that. I love it when you talk to each other. That makes my freaking night. Thank you. So yes, I'm glad that you're laughing. I think you're laughing at my infection laugh. My oozing laugh. Mark says, does anyone remember the Flowbee? Or Marka. Marka says, does anyone remember the Flowbee? Is that the haircut thing that you put on your head and it sucks the hair up and it just kind of does some kind of cut? And then when you're done, it looks like a bowl. Is that it? Do you have one of those? Do you use one of those for your hair? Marka? Lonely and Truth says, I made my burger and will listen while I eat. Oh, Doug is going to just be after you. You and Doug are soulmates. Doug could live off of cheeseburgers with nothing on them, just meat, cheese, and bread. That's all he wants on his hamburgers. It's his favorite meal next to chicken enchiladas. Oh, yes. And rest your wrist. Rest your wrist. That's hard to say. Say that 3 times fast. Amy Whitaker says, for the vast majority of my life, I've done what I thought others wanted and ignored what I wanted. And eventually my body caused me to get ill. Yeah, me too. That just got ill up here. Amy says, the Flowbee scared me to even try it. It scared me too. Doug sent some jewels, and I can't tell what that says, honey. I can't tell what the little sent flow state for 200 jewels. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry I missed it. Stephanie says, oh, talking to Amy. You guys are talking to Amy. I love that everyone's just talking to each other. It makes me so happy. Marcus says, got me in the feels. Turning corners. I just had to say it. Yeah. Stella says, it's nice to know there's hope. I'm definitely in the deep end right now. There really, really is. There really is. If I look back on every time that I wanted to be done, I would have missed so much. I would have missed out on Doug, right? I would have missed out on this life. There's always a corner. You just have to work your ass off to get there most of the time. And it's hard. But I am sorry. Today's been a good day. It's been a good day. And I had a good therapy today. And she kind of made me reframe things about, like I said, I'm kind of afraid that it's going to come back. And we started trying to reframe that to just be like, do the things that I need to do every day. Don't get complacent in my healing, but just be really happy where I'm at, because it took a long time to get here. So I know people are in it, and it's really hard when you're feeling better to not want to. I didn't want to make the video that I made yesterday because I was so afraid that people would be like, oh my God, you feel better. Now you're just going to like tell the world, And I just, does that make sense? Like I didn't want people to think that just because I'm feeling better, I've forgotten what it feels like to feel worse, because I haven't, and I won't. I will never forget this last few months. Never forget it. But yeah, there is a corner. And I know that people have it worse than me. I know that they do, but I still think there's a corner for everybody. I'm sorry. I'm getting off my soapbox here. It feels good to feel good, you guys. I haven't felt this way in a really long time, like a decade. felt this truly good. So I'm a big proponent of TMS. If you can do TMS, I'm loving the effects of TMS. Tim Burrell says, at one time it seemed like I was the only person who didn't like me. The journey to being in the other group seems to have turned it into a group of one also. Let me read that again. At one time it seemed like I was the only person who didn't like me. I get that. Wait, the only person who didn't like me. The journey to be in the other group seems to have turned it into a group of one also. So now you feel like that you do like yourself and it's just you. I'm sorry if I'm reading that wrong, Tim. I think so much of that might be stuff that we just put on ourselves. Stephanie says, Stephanie sent me some flowers. Thank you. Ads Factor says, I got tears. Oh, it's a very emotional night in here. Lord Tenderland says, no hope is despair, and that's a dark place. Yeah. No hope and no purpose. I felt that even if I had a little bit of purpose, maybe that's because they link together in some kind of way, but I always felt if I had a little bit of purpose, that was something that kept me going. And it was this YouTube channel. It was you guys. It was this community. It was doing what I'm doing. It was kind of realizing my dream of just helping people with my mouth. And that sounded really naughty. right, there's your dirty joke for the night. But yeah, Rhonda says, Amy, are you doing? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. I said I was going to skip those. Beelzebub Hole says, I low-key love zucchini. You should grow a pumpkin next. I don't want a pumpkin because we don't really eat them and we don't really do the Halloween stuff. I want to grow potatoes and carrots and lettuce. Maybe I'll do one pumpkin for you. I'll just put a big butthole on it. I'm going to have to look up the thing that you said, but I'm going to look it up later in a incognito browser. Oh, Marka. Oh, I love what Marka said to Stella. Just stay in the pool. Deep end to shallow end, round and round. Love it. Medina gives loves to Stella. Billy boy, you're an inspiration. I've been living in a state of anxiety and burnout for so long that I started to lose hope for a joyous future, but you speaking up about your anxiety and your laugh is helping me feel better. Good. I hate the saying, it gets better. I feel like it's used for so many things, but it can. I haven't even had a true panic attack in like 2 weeks. And one of the things, and I'll just share this because a lot of you seem to have the mental health things, but that when I was sick and when I was doing all the stuff I was doing and in the hospital, all that stuff, they would say, what's your goal? And I'm like, I just want to have a day where I don't think about anxiety or I don't think about how afraid I am. And I just want a day. And I was like, I'll settle for an hour. But I've realized today in therapy, I've realized that it's been days. Like I've had days where I don't think about my anxiety at all. I don't think about it. It's not even something that factors into the conversation, which is really strange. Ads Factor says, same Billy. Guys, glad that you've met each other here tonight. So you're not alone. Doug says, I told her to grow a pumpkin. She says, nobody eats them. Ugh. I'll grow a damn pumpkin. I'd rather grow a watermelon. So I'm obsessed with watermelon. I freaking love watermelon. And today, my therapist, which I thought was really cool, we were talking about gardening. She actually showed me a picture of her garden, which I thought was really, really cool. And she's growing watermelon. And it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, frick and frack, I spend a lot of money on watermelon at the grocery store. I'm freaking growing my own damn watermelon. I'm gonna. So is that okay? Can I grow a watermelon instead of a pumpkin? I don't have a lot of space. Lord Tenderloin says, nothing like pug snores. Oh, you're telling me. Let's see, is she still here? Oh, she is. Posey, hi, honey. Are you sleeping? Look how comfy she is. I make that blanket so I fix it for her and she just gets up there and tears it up and gets it all comfy for her darn self. Little pumpkin girl. She's 9. Jan says, hang in there, Billy, and get help if you really need it. Absolutely. Amy says, I have bought a tool truck step van and I want to convert it into an off-grid home on wheels. Just need to get healthier first. It's happening slowly, very slowly. At least it's moving in the right direction, right, Amy? Right? It's moving in the right direction. You're feeling better. You're getting healthier. Yeah, just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Do what your doctor says, unless it feels really wrong, and then don't. Marcus says yes to the Flowbly, the vacuum clippers. Oh, that's so funny. Lonely and True says, this is just weird. I don't put anything on my burger anymore, just cheese. Oh, great. That's my favorite part of the burger. I love the intermingling flavors of the ketchup and the mustard and an onion and a pickle. And, I love there's a burger that I was getting that had the cheese that's really brie cheese on it with apricot and bacon. Freaking awesome flavor combination. I loved it. Doug says, I don't know what the flow state thing was. Yeah, I don't know what that is either, honey. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Tell her, Stephanie. Rhonda says, Sheila, you're funny. I feel elderly now. I'm 61 years old. I'm good with being elderly because I'm experienced. Senior privilege. I haven't heard that. I like that. Senior privilege. Yeah, I'll use my age to my advantage when I have to, right? If I'm somewhere at a store, I'm just making crap up in my head right now, but I'm like, oh, I can't reach that. I'm such an old lady, or whatever. I'll use it to my advantage when I have to. But for the most part, I still feel like I'm in my freaking 30s. My body doesn't. I'm having this issue with my shoulder. And I think it was Kelly last night that was talking about how It could be a menopause thing, which, you just don't know anymore. I don't know. Is this menopause? Is this because I'm sleeping on it funny? Is, what is it? Why? So I don't even go to the doctor anymore. I'm over it. They can't help me right now. Beelzebub Butthole says, it's been a tough month, less than a month, really. Someone who might have liked me and was maybe in the closet trusted the wrong person, and that person outed him to me. So yeah, I feel guilty. But that wasn't your fault. That wasn't on you, was it? That wasn't on you. It wasn't their story to tell, but it wasn't, you didn't tell the story. That wasn't on you. So I can understand you feeling bad that happened, but don't feel guilty. Don't take that guilt on you. That wasn't your fault. If I'm reading that right. Marcus says, I know those corners. It does try to come back, but if you keep pushing back, it eventually F's off mostly. Yeah. So my viewpoint on it, which may be controversial or wrong or whatever, but I'm really trying not to fight it in such a way, because it's been a part of me for so long that I feel like I'm fighting a part of myself. So basically, when it happens, I try to embrace it and figure out why. So when I start feeling anxious, I'm like, okay, my body's telling me something. Kind of like what I believe it was Amy saying, that, she's kind of like this expert now at her nervous system, right? Expert at energy. And I try to figure out, okay, so why is this happening? Why am I feeling this? Is there a reason? If there is a reason, what is it? Can I address that? Instead of trying to fight the anxiety, just kind of say, okay, well, my body's telling me something. What is it? Right? If that makes sense, because I feel for me, and I it's just my take on things. I feel like if I fight it, then that brings negative vibes into the whole thing. And I feel like that makes me spiral a little bit quicker. So I just try to say, okay, let's just take a look at this. Okay. Maybe, young Sheila needs a hug, whatever it may be. That's just my thing. It's just a different way to look at the same thing. Doug says, enjoy today. Yesterday's gone. You cannot predict tomorrow. Don't ruin tomorrow before it happens. That's my husband. Every single Sunday, I start getting anxious. Every single Sunday, because I hate Monday. Doug goes back to work and I'm home by myself, and I still feel guilty that Doug is working, and I'm not really contributing to the household monies. And every Sunday I say, I'm already dreading tomorrow. I'm already dreading you leaving tomorrow. And every Sunday he says, but I'm here right now. And it's really difficult for a woman with the mental health issues I have to be married to someone that has none. He's so freaking healthy. Ugh, it's so annoying. Healthy and logical. You don't even know what it takes. Don't even know. I'm joking, of course. But yes, honey, you're absolutely right. Ads Factor says, need you to tell us so we don't stop trying. Okay. I will keep telling you. As long as I don't start sounding like condescending. I just scrolled and it moved. So now I'm going back and finding things. I'm going to skip over you guys talking because I want to. We don't have squirrels, Jane. Thank goodness. We don't have squirrels. We have bunnies. Do bunnies like pumpkins? Ads Factor says, I would like a day without tears. You can have that day. I've had that day. I am now on the other side of that. However, I can't cry even if I want to because I'm so medicated. I'm like, no, no. You know that feeling like you get in your chest, like, I just want to cry about it. Nah. Nah, it's not going to come. It's just, I shoot dust out my tear ducts. Yeah, it is. Lonely and Truth says, love watermelon. I love watermelon too. Invincible Summer says, you can grow the watermelon, eat it, and if you're feeling really edgy, you can carve it. Maybe I'll do the thing that I see other people do, and they like put their pugs inside of the watermelon, and then they like open it up, and there's this little pug face in there. I don't know. Maybe I'll go viral. Posey, you got to start earning your keep. Posey, are you at work? This is how she works. Daddy told her, Posey, go to work, and she came in here. So, yep, she's earning her keep. Medina says, Posey just chilling out and living the life. She really does. Diana, my burger buddy. Letitia just got here. Greetings from Brazil. Hello, Letitia. Thank you so much for coming. Beelzebubble says, watermelon is sufficient. I only thought pumpkin because it's in the same family as zucchini. They are both in the squash family. Yes. So I'm looking at growing like other kinds of squash, like maybe butternut or yellow squash, right? I'm going to look at some different squash options, but really I'm interested in potatoes, carrots, and lettuce type items like lettuce or kale or chard or something like that. That would be great. But lettuce would be cool. Yeah, I'm a gardener now. I'm a gardener. I'm gonna have to start a gardening channel with my Home Depot bucket. Remind me, Doug, we need to talk about the raised flower beds because I think you can build them. I think that's a thing. You can build me some raised flower beds that actually fit our yard and we don't have to buy ones that don't fit. Oh, I just got a message. I think we got an Amazon package. I ordered my vitamins today, so I think that's what's out there. I don't know if you can hear my phone beeping. It's doing that. Lord Tenderloin says, a pug parent myself. No way. That means that we're like already friends. I'm telling you, pug people are a special breed. We really are. If you have a pug, we are friends. We are friends because you're obviously my people. Obviously. Posey's barking because she heard the phone going off and she knows there means someone's at the front door, but she's working. So she's staying put. Oh, God, I love drinking. This is just tea water. It's Crystal Light. Ever since I had my weight loss surgery, like whatever it was 10 years ago, I really don't care for the taste of water, but I drink a lot. So I had to start using Crystal Light. Please don't say anything derogatory about Crystal Light. I understand. Tim Burrell says, regarding people pleasing, it can just be from a benevolent late nature and not this covert contract BS. But ultimately, the only person that you need to like is you. Regarding my first comment. Oh, Tim Pumpkin, I'm sorry. I wish there was a way that I can find your first comment. I'm trying to scroll and find it. I don't remember what you said, but I like what you said here. I've always believed, and I've been afraid to like put this in video form, but sometimes things are the way they are, not because someone has some kind of disability. Like someone just might be an asshole. It might not be anything other than that, right? I'm trying to think of the word that I'm looking for here. I can't think of my words. We're getting to the point in the evening where I've been talking too long. Like someone may not be trying to stab you in the back. They just might be an asshole. Someone may not be trying to make you feel some kind of way. They just might be stupid, right? It may not be some grander labeled thing. It just might be just because that's just kind of how they freaking are. I think that we look so deep into people, and I'm like, I'm really not that deep, right? I'm like, yeah, I've got anxiety, depression, but other than that, I'm really not that deep, right? But I see a lot of labels being put on me a lot of time, and I've just let it roll off my back because really I'm just not that deep. It might make people feel better to put a label on it because then maybe that will help them understand me. But I think that's what you're saying. If not, sorry, just completely biff that. Stella says, what was the thing that you mentioned earlier? TMD or something? Oh, can you elaborate? It's TMS. It was how long was it? Like 12-week program. I went every day. And basically it's putting electrode stimulation onto your frontal lobe to wake it up, because people with depression and anxiety tend to have a frontal lobe that has very little action. And I went every day for like 20 minutes, and it's TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation. Transcranial magnetic stimulation is what it is. TMS. So yeah, you look really sexy with the hat on. Just saying. It looks like a swim cap is what it looks like. And what they do is when you first go in, they actually map your brain. So they know where they're hitting. Like, so you'll be sitting there and you don't see it or feel it, but they'll be prodding your brain with the electric magnetic pulse, and your finger will jerk or whatever. And so they know that's where you are. But yeah, I'm really loving it. Really loving it. Apparently. Kelly says frozen shoulder can happen during menopause, perimenopause. I found that out after I got it twice. Yeah, it was you last night that was saying that. I knew that because last night I was like, wonder if it is. Kelly said it could be. It's not the fact that every night I play on my phone laying on my left side. It can't possibly be that. Oh no, I was a little too honest. Let's take that back. Took it back. Amy Whitaker says, I've come to realize that I am not my body. And that my physical illness and my mental health illnesses are body issues that I have to work with. And that's not who I am. I like that attitude. Mine became who I was, who I am. It's a part of me. But I can see where that comes from. I like that, Amy. I think that you're incredibly wonderful. So I'm so glad that you were here tonight. So glad. Timber says, by the way, I love your laugh. Thank you, Tim. Beelzebub Butthole says, I was called Unk and even Aunt by a Gen Z, and I'm owning it. Like, yeah, I feel 90 some days, but for sure, I agree about what elderly is. It's not 37 and not 50 or 60. Yeah, to me, elderly is like, that's cane language. Oh, my husband just sent me a picture. What is it, Doug? Oh, he just sent me the picture of me with my my cap on when I first did what's it called? TMS. Don't fight it. Fighting makes it worse. Yeah, that was kind of my viewpoint on it, Jan. Not fighting it. Marcus says, yeah, don't fight it. Incorporate it. It's a part of us. Smooths it out. Yeah, that's so you guys agree with me. Awesome. I've never really shared that opinion before. So it's nice that people aren't like, embrace your anxiety. What? Rhonda says, Sheila, I don't act my age. Senior privilege is when people automatically treat you differently because they see you as their elder. Yeah, to be respected. And that's what I'm saying. I'll milk it. I will milk it. I will. Shoot. Heck yeah. Doug says, damn rabbits. I must be really behind. I feel like we talked about rabbits a really long time ago. But yeah, we just recently, Doug, so like I said before, when we bought this house, it was a new build. So our house is still kind of settling, even though it's been like 7 years or however long it's been. But over by our gate to the backyard, it's settled again. And bunnies keep finding their way in the backyard. So this last weekend, he had to put some more boards up to keep the bunnies out. You know, they kill the grass and I really don't want them messing with my dog. Damn bunnies. Marcus says, it's my party. I can cry if I want to. Stella says, I look at my dog and burst into tears. I wake up and cry. I have enough tears for all of us, so no worries about the dusty tear ducts. Sometimes looking at Doug or my dog, it makes me feel like I want to cry. I'm just, oh my gosh, I just love you so freaking much. But I understand the crying pain that you're thinking of, Stella. I do. Please, if you haven't gotten help, please get some help. Please do. Please reach out. Please address some of this, please. I want to see you again and again and again on these things. Lord Tenderloin. When you're happy and you know it, it's your drugs. When you're happy and you know it, it's your drugs. Better living through pharmaceuticals. I am all about it. I am all freaking about it. Hells yeah. Oh, that was funny. Invincible Summer says, Posey and a melon. That would be adorable, actually. Yeah, we need a really big melon. She's pretty chunky. Medina says, watermelon and cucumber salad. Oh my gosh, those are like two of my favorite things, and I've never put those together. Oh, sounds good. Doug says, I've told you several times that I can build a raised flower bed. Yeah, but today I'm serious about it. So we'll have to talk about it later. Billy Boy says, I love pugs, and Posey always brightens my day. She brightens mine too. She makes me laugh every single day. Every day she does something that's just so freaking silly. I'm like, really? You dork. Stella says, Doug sounds like a good guy. Thanks for being one of the good ones, Doug. He's a great guy. He's a freaking unicorn man. He is amazing. I don't know how I got so lucky. He's my best buddy and other things that I'm not going to talk about on a public live stream. Marcus says, some people are just assholes and sometimes you have to be the asshole. Yeah, that's true too. I hope you don't mind the way I'm saying your name, because it's really long and I don't know if I'm saying it right. So I'm just going to flub it every single time. I guess the reason I feel guilty is because he liked me, and maybe if he didn't begin to show romantic interest in me before he was ready, and then he might not have confided in who outed him. Okay, I see. But still, it's still not your guilt to carry. That's not your guilt. I mean, and I'm going to say this with the most love I have in my heart, but how old are you? Because honestly, this kind of feels a little like, oh, I understand that coming out is a huge thing. It's a big deal. But if he likes you, he likes you. Talk about it, right? Just be honest and be like, you know what? It was not the most optimal way for this to happen, but I am here. And if you want to explore, let's do it. Just bring in the adult factor and let that guilt go. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. And if he maybe liked you, explore it. If you like him, go for it. Don't miss the opportunity. I hope that didn't sound harsh. I didn't mean to sound harsh. It kind of sounded harsh in my head. Well, it sounded better in my head when it came out my mouth. It sounded harsh, but I didn't mean to be harsh. Tim Burrell says Hanlon's razor, which states never attribute to malice, which is adequately explained by stupidity. That's it. That's it exactly. I think that gives malice a pass. But yeah, like you said, sometimes the person's just an asshole. They are. Sometimes they just are. Like, I can't think of the word, and I always forget this word. Emma, if you're still here, it's the thing that your channel's about. I'm not going to be able to find it. Narcissist. Sometimes it's not narcissist, and sometimes the person's just a dick. And maybe I'm totally wrong, and I could totally be wrong, but sometimes it is narcissists. Sometimes that's what they are, or antisocial or whatever. Sometimes that's what it is, but sometimes they're just a stupid dumb face. All right. Okay, we're going to start wrapping it up. I'm going to try and get through these comments. So if you have any questions, make sure you get them asked. We're at a half hour out, about 24 minutes or so. Choo, choo, choo. You guys talking. Lord Tenderloin had to go. Sorry, bye. Sorry I missed you. Letitia says, I've been reading a lot about internal family system therapy and not fighting your parts. It's a fundamental part of it. Oh, good. I've not heard of that. Internal family system therapy. I'm glad that we're on a computer. I just Google stuff. Internal family. There we go. Family systems. It's a psychotherapy model developed by Richard Schwartz that views the human mind as being made up of multiple distinct parts or sub-personalities guided by a core undamaged self. Interesting. You've got the self, exiles, managers, and firefighters. We talked about this when I was in the hospital. Yeah, we did talk about this. We didn't call it the internal family system. It was lumped into something else, but I remember the firefighters and the managers. That's very cool. Yay. I love learning stuff. Learning's fun. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of you are leaving. Yeah, we've knocked down. A lot of people are going. Invincible Summer says, my dog kills the baby bunnies. It's his nature, but then I have their corpses to deal with, and they eat everything in my garden. Yeah, I never will forget. I was babysitting at my brother's house a while back. This was a long time ago, like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It was a long time ago. And the guy next door, he hunted, and his dogs were hunting dogs. Well, his dog got out one time and was chasing a squirrel, and he caught it. And he called the dog to come back, and the dog came back, and he was telling me, he was like, I'm so sorry. Good boy. I'm so sorry. Good boy. Right. Cause he's got this squirrel hanging out of his mouth. And I always think of that image when someone talks about their dog, killing animals, cause it is in their nature, and they don't eat it. They just go get it and bring it to you as a present. Stephanie says, bedtime for me. It's 9:00 in the East. See you, everyone. Good night, Stephanie. I'm sorry if I missed you. By the way, I love that you're going to bed at 9. It's awesome. It's almost our bedtime, and it's only 7. Wait, did I just say that out loud? My bad. Beelzebub says, I'm definitely trying to show him there's nothing to be afraid from with you, right? It's the person who outed him and the people he got exposed to before he was ready that made him afraid. That concerns me. I get that. But sometimes stuff happens. Help him get past it, right? That's what he needs to do, right? Is get past, is that being too harsh? Is that being too not understanding? Um, yeah, it sucks because he wasn't ready, but it happened. Can't go back. Let's go ahead and explore what we can explore now. You can be mad and pissed off, but don't live there, right? Don't revel in it. Don't let it become more important than it needs to be. Maybe I'm being crass, or I'm not being very understanding. I'm 55. I don't have to be. Sorry, but Beelzebub. Beelzebub says you're good, like you weren't harsh at all. I know that was probably about my previous comment. You can let me know if I was about this one too. Lonely and True says, you couldn't think of the word narcissist? No, I couldn't. Do you know me? I know. I couldn't think of the word. And I forget that word a lot. I will post my comment in the group. It was special. And I get that it's hard to keep up with comments. Okay. Are you leaving, Diana? If not, I'll look for your comment in the group. Marcus says, everyone had a joyful time. Thank you, Sheila and Doug, too. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone's getting hugs, virtual hugs for all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, everyone's leaving. Rock on. We'll finish early tonight. Okay, we've only got like 40 people in here now. So what? Got any questions? What? I'm at the end of the comments now. I caught up. Lily True says, bye-bye, burger buddy. And sexy sis. Oh, my pumpkin. Good night, everyone. Oh, you guys are saying good night. I was full on prepared to be talking for another 20 minutes. So Amy says, don't get into a relationship where you have to fix the other person. That's some sound advice right there. Sound advice. If they are not the person that you want them to be when you meet them, that is it. That is it. No, it's not harsh at all. You have the same mentality with this and have been trying to have. Maybe this happened for a reason. Like I told him, he has me if he wants to explore. So like, yeah. And that's really all you can do. That's really all you can do. Be a friend, right? It wasn't your story to tell. You didn't tell it. There should be no guilt on your part. You can feel bad for him, but because that really does suck to have that happen before he's ready. But now you know, and you both know. So go on a hot date. Go on a hot date, or even a lukewarm one. It doesn't have to be hot. It can be lukewarm. Ads Factor says, I thought you were going. Well, I was getting people to wrap it up. I thought I had a lot more comments to get through. So I thought I was going to be talking for another half hour. So these normally last a couple of hours. And I was just, setting my boundary. 7:30 is my boundary. 7:30 Mountain Standard Time is my boundary. But I already ate dinner too. So I'm not like starving. Usually when we do these, we haven't eaten yet. And so I'm like, by the end, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. Bye. I have your mentality. Okay, good. Beelzebub. It's hard because, I'm not gay. And I know that that's a different thing, like coming out is huge. I remember when, Doug's daughter told us that she was going to transition, and it was very emotional for her. And Doug and I were just kind of like, okay, it really wasn't a big deal. The hardest part of it all has been, I will say that we're kind of ignorant about it all. And so like, when we talk about her as a child, do we refer to her as him? Or occasionally we will mess up the pronoun. Like I'll say, well, he said this, and oosh, no, it's she, right? So we don't do it out of malice. It's just because we've known her a specific way. Doug's known her whole life, a specific way. And that was a really big deal for her to do that. But, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I know it's a big deal. And maybe I am being a little too, I don't know, uncaring. But I'm just like, you know what? Suck it up, buttercup. Put on your big girl panties, listen to some gangster rap, and let's fucking go on a date. Let's go have some fun, right? It happened. Let's just use it and go. Sorry. Yeah, I'll stop talking about it. I don't want to piss you off. Lonely and True says, anger is a good tool to move us. Don't become the anger. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Ads Factor, thank you for a great place to be. Yay. Amy says, don't get into, I already read that. I missed a whole bunch of comments apparently. My bad. Oh, Lonely Truth is still here. Oh, good. Hi. Acknowledge, accept, adjust. I like that. Acknowledge, accept, adjust. I like that, Rhonda. Letitia says, people took the wrapping up too seriously. People took the wrapping up. I don't know what that refers to, Letitia. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Marcus says, tepid date, anyone? Bueller? Yeah. Just go on a tepid date. Doesn't have to be hot. Not your first one. Save the hot ones for later when you feel more comfortable with each other. Ask me how I know. Oh, this is going to go horribly awry. Let me read some more comments. Oh, I was very pissed at the person who did this to him. But now the sadness over it has set in. But I'm like, I for sure am trying to get out of the funk that this has caused. I'm sorry that it's causing you funk. I'm sorry that it's causing you any kind of pain, any kind of weirdness at all. But in all honesty, I mean, let's just look at it in a really harsh, realistic way. And a year from now, it's going to be a blip on the radar, right? It's an opportunity now. It's maybe, if I'm understanding correctly, he's out now, or she. I made a assumption. Oh, you said him, right? But either way, that person is out. They are out. Enjoy it, and be like, yeah, you weren't ready, but hey, can I take you on a tepid date? Like Marcus says. Amy says, going through my second divorce because I didn't learn the lesson before. That's okay. Third time's a charm. If that happens for you, Amy, third time's a charm. Doug and I both had practice spouses before we met each other. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Billy Boy says, this has been a fun live. I'm heading out too, but I'll be sure to check out your next one. Awesome. Good luck with your watermelon and raised beds. Oh, there'll be pictures. There'll be pictures, Billy. Beelzebub says, and like, it's scary because the person who outed him does not understand how at risk they put him. Yeah, see, I don't know all the whole story. So don't listen to me. I don't know the whole story. Yeah, I opened up so much to him, so he knows I'm on his side. Good. Well, he knows, and that's good. Tepid date. I like the word tepid much more than lukewarm. Tepid is way better. Thanks, Marka. Beelzebub says, no, you didn't piss me off. And yeah, you got my username close enough. Some just say Bell or Bells, but you got it closer than most. It's Beelzebub butthole. I'm just blah. Getting spicy. I know, I am spicy. I'm just afraid YouTube's going to censor me. Life with Gen X values. I'm fashionably late. Girl, we're about to close shop here. I am so glad you came, though. Every time someone says I'm fashionably late, I always picture them like wearing a fedora with a feather. Hello, I am fashionably late. I don't know why. Ah, goodness. Timbery says, you know why divorce is so expensive? Because it's freaking worth it. Stella says, I say I'm single by choice because I have known some real winners in the past. But hey, maybe there's a corner. Oh my gosh, there is. If I can land a Doug, you can too. There is no logical reason except for all the concussions he suffered as a child that he's with me. I joke, but there's some truth. There's a nugget of truth in there. I still can't figure it out, but he loves me so much and I love him back so much. And I cannot even believe that I have this life with him. So yeah, there's a freaking corner, Stella. There's a freaking corner. I'm absolutely positive. Like what Gen X says, do you have a hidden camera on me? I thought it was safe to pull the fedora out. Right? Because saying that you're fashionably late, it sounds so fancy. That's the way I see it in my head. It just seems really fancy. You know, you come in with your hat and your arms are flaring. Not flailing, because they're flaring with flair. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, so I'm at the end of the comments again. We still have 30 people in here, but I am going to start wrapping it up. So again, towards the end of the month, the workshop on being stuck will come out. All the memberships have moved to SheilaHammond.com. Not all of them. I'm sorry. The main community membership has moved there. The tip memberships are still on YouTube. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's it. I think that's all the news I got. Garden, pug, membership, workshop, bird bath, bird feeder. Yeah. I've shared it all. Oh, goodness. Biba says, hey, Amy, at least you didn't marry the same person twice and divorce twice. And then she says, yep, me. We just want to give them a chance, don't we? Just give them another chance. They changed. Not. I am so glad this helped you, Amy. And the chairman says, oh my gosh, it's after 2 a.m. in Yorkshire. Oh my goodness. Go to bed, my pumpkin. Go to bed. Go feed your dogs, Diana. I'll see you next week. Goodbye. Thank you for being here. Take care of your wrists. Beelzebubble says, I love saying I'm fashionably late. And Gen X are some seriously amazing people. Like I have an ex who's Gen X. We really are. We're so special. We're so freaking special. Okay. The real wrap up. I hope to see you all soon. Yes. I'll see you all in a month unless you join the group, and then I'll see you sooner. And like I said, those are Zoom calls. So those are fun too. Yes. Much love to everyone. Invisible Summer. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all very much. And I actually mean that when I'm saying it, because this is a really, really special group of people. It really is. I am blown away by the kindness. I am blown away by the love. I'm blown away the way you treat each other. It's just couldn't be any more perfect. What a great day this has been. What a great day. So thank you. Thank you so much. I will see you guys soon. Yeah, it's always so hard to say goodbye. I keep dragging it out. Maybe that's why I start early. I got 10 minutes of goodbyes coming, but no. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the mouse up here and I'm going to click the button. I love you.